5 next steps in human evolution. 5. Race differences may disappear. One of the major driving forces of evolution is gene flow. This occurs whenever there is open mixing of genetic material between populations, something that happens today at an unprecedented scale. The fact that our world is so global, aided by the ease of modern transportation, means that there are few human populations that remain isolated. Breeding now regularly occurs among people whose ancestors may have originated from opposite corners of the planet. One result of the gene flow is that genetic differences between populations tend to disappear. In other words, racial differences are likely to blend together. Humans of the future may look a lot more alike than they do today. 4. Muscle atrophy. There are 2 foreseeable causes for the gradual physical weakening of the human race. The first is our increasing reliance on technology and machinery to do our dirty but muscle-enhancing work. The less each generation depends on physical strength, the more likely it is that the whole species will grow weaker. The second possible cause for muscle atrophy, and would become highly relevant if we ever were to relocate into space. In such a scenario, physical strength is hardly necessary for day-to-day activities. Should we spend too long as galactic explorers, it's likely that we'd eventually lose most of our muscle mass. Most of us have heard about astronauts returning to Earth, a mere husk of their former selves. 3. Increased height. Human height has been growing rapidly for the last 2 centuries. Over the last 150 years alone, the average height of the species has increased by 10 centimeters. It is believed that the main driving force behind this growth is the abundance of nutrition available to many of us. Famine has long been a curse for those aspiring to tallness, and in certain parts of the world, it has almost been eradicated. The more a child has to eat, the more energy he or she has to grow. As long as we have the ability to eat in excess, the species will continue to grow taller. Whether the sky is the limit, or whether biology will stop us short somewhere along the treetops, only time and evolution will tell. 2. Humans of the future may have less hair. Humans are already commonly referred to as the hairless ape. But it's true that we have much less of it than our ape cousins, and likely much less of it than our hominid ancestors did too. In fact, Darwin, in The Descent of Man, considered body hair to be a vestigial structure in humans. Clothing, along with modern technology such as air conditioning and heating, has made the insulating properties of the body hair obsolete. Although the evolutionary fate of body hair can be particularly difficult to project because it can also act as a signifier for sexual selection, i.e., body hair can be viewed as physically attractive and thus be perpetuated within the population. It is likely that humans of the future will have much less body hair than they do today. 1. Depends on our climate. Future humans could evolve to look like orangutans or even live underwater, scientists claim. Groundbreaking research into how humans would cope with climate change or colonizing other planets has revealed we could develop webbed hands and feet in a water world or bulk up massively during a second ice age. He tried to predict how the human body would naturally evolve to survive different future habitat scenarios. While his work may seem unusual, humans are constantly evolving, and many people still have reminders of our primitive past.
Thanks for watching and hope you enjoyed. Check out one of these videos and don't forget to subscribe to support more videos.